Hey, what up, guys? Sorry, I didn't have me on the screen. Just noticed that. But what I wanted to show off, give me 2 seconds. My video quality is garbage again. Pause. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let's get this rolling. So I just wanted to jump on and give a little bit of an introduction. We're actually going to have Barb Allen from American Snippets meeting with Krystaltini, which is one of the big people that we will have involved in the event. And so she was just doing a live tonight, and I wanted to rebroadcast that to make sure everybody could see it. So I'm going to go ahead and share that up on the screen. Everybody can throw out some shares, comments. Hey, Deborah, I see you guys. I see you guys now. Let me go ahead and get this going. I hope everybody is having a great day. There we go.
Crumbled and rebuilt multiple times.
Let me double check and make sure I shared the audio here. There we go. Share audio. Here we go.
My intuition,
I'm going to pull myself down. I'm still here, though.
And my ability to just always see truth in situations. And from the beginning of when this happened, I knew from day one, like there was never 1% of me that believed any of this from the very beginning. And my video was the first to go viral out of anyone because no one was speaking up about it. And my whole platform is dedicated to yoga and modeling and being in entertainment and all this stuff. So all of a sudden people saw this side of me and they're like, what? And my video went like mega viral, and it was scary at first and stuff, but I just felt it was the right thing for me to do. Like I can't watch something that I know that is not true and then not talk about it. Like I've never been that person. I've been the person in trouble in school all the time for like calling things out and being the person that stands up for the underdog. Like I was always that person. I would go after, like, if someone went after my brother was younger than me, like I would go after them. I was always the person, like I was always crazy. I was always had a big mouth and just always overly courageous for a female. Right. So when something didn't seem right to me, which it didn't, or in any time in life, I would be the first one to investigate it. You know, that's how I got into holistic wellness and things, because I knew things weren't right. I was addicted to antidepressants, a person that never drank, never smoked, never did drugs, nothing, ended up depressed from an eating disorder. And then I was addicted to these things. And after that journey, I weaned myself off them and then went into the whole holistic realm and just looked at every way that the brain works and what I needed to feed my brain and fix it instead of putting a Band-Aid over it. So everything in my life has been dedicated to using my intuitive senses. And that's literally like how it led me to this point. And like you said, there's trolls and there's people who bash you and everything. Like in the beginning, it was really bad. Like people were threatening me and like saying all kind of stuff. So like, how dare you? People are going to die because of what you said. Da, da, da. And I took it with a grain of salt. I was like, I don't give a shit what anybody says. I was always that way. So that didn't affect me. You know what I mean? In a way that maybe people would be like, maybe I shouldn't say it. I just went harder. I could have cared less. I was like, bring it. Bring it.
You know, yeah. I say that, I'm reminded, I'm like, you know, blessed curses into blessings, I think. In addition to all the amazing things I got to experience, right, and through the loss of my husband, I got myself into a relationship with someone who is an addict and a narcissist, abusive in a lot of ways. And so what you're saying there is when people would say to you, shut up, you can't say this, you know, threatening you and all this. I've also been through that. I've been through an abusive relationship, and I actually feel like Americans right now are in an abusive relationship with our government. It is ridiculous how many similarities I see between the bullshit mind games that were played on me, denying accuse, right? That was like a big tactic, and he would actually gloat about that. Do you see a lot of that denying, counter accuse going on? And
absolutely
on both sides, right? That happens.
Fauci actually just said it. Did you see any parts of the interview where he said, when they attack me, they're attacking science? Like my head almost shot right into my ceiling. I was like, is this guy, I don't even have words. I don't even know, like, so just what you said. Yes. Yeah.
And they're attacking science. And so for all of these reasons, Crystal, I think, do you know how many people have told us that we're crazy for doing this event? That you'll never pull it off in January. People aren't going to buy tickets. People don't want to spend money. Nobody's going to buy a ticket to come to this event. You can't do it in January. January is a terrible time, and you're crazy because in these times, and you guys have never done an event this size. Like all these reasons, so many people. I'm going to say
limiting belief systems. They have limiting belief systems.
Yeah.
You clearly don't. You don't
Yeah.
listen to what people are telling you because you know what can be done. You can manifest it into reality, and that's what you're doing.
Yeah, and I also know that no matter what happens, I've survived worse, right? Like, so no matter what goes
Exactly.
event, I got this because, I've dealt with far worse than whatever could happen. I could walk out on the stage and puke and trip on myself. I guess like whatever could happen. I don't
There
care.
you go.
So it's a certain liberation when you've been through that. It's a liberating.
Exactly.
Yes, it's an event, Heather, in January. That's why Crystal is on here with us. And I've seen a lot of the comments. Thank you so much. They've been awesome. This event is the Great American Summit. You can get tickets at greatamericansummit.com. Crystal's also got a special link so we can track people who come specifically from listening to Crystal, which would be great for us to know so we can be sure to even properly thank her. So I'll put that up in the comments as well. Great American Summit is in Irving, Texas, and it's about strengthening yourself, your family, your community, country. It is January 7th and 8th, and we picked those dates purposely to coincide the best we can with the anniversary of the Capitol. I'm not going to say the word
Right.
with erection, right? Because but it's January 7th and 8th because we're going to show everybody, we're going to show the country, we're going to show ourselves that we are the opposite of what we are being portrayed as. And when I say we, I mean people who are questioning the narrative, people who just want answers, who want time, who want freedom of choice, who want to exercise our constitutional rights that people like my husband and others have died in service of, right? So that's greatamericansummit.com. Every dime we raise, because in the theme of strengthening yourself, your family, your community, and your country, we are donating every dime back to organizations that support our military, our law enforcement, our first responders, and victims of human trafficking, which, I mean,
wow,
the trial going on right now, right? So
exactly.
As organizations that work for these victims, and we're going to put all this money back to those organizations. So that's why Crystal hopped on here tonight on my little cozy little Instagram page, greatamericansummit.com. It's in my bio. It's everywhere. We're posting it everywhere. Crystal has it on her page too. Crystal, thank you so much for being a part of this. What are you going to bring? What are you coming out there with fire on the stage?
Oh my God. I don't know. See, like a lot of times people are like, oh, did you prepare your speech and this and that? Like anything that I've spoken at yet, I haven't prepared anything. It's like the way that I like, just like my videos, like it's like whatever I'm inspired by at that time. But I know for sure I'm going to be talking about rewiring the brain and how manifestation works, because I think a lot of people are stuck in this fear loop. And when you have fear in your consciousness, it creates more fear in your world. And I think it's really important for people to understand that we have control of our entire world through our consciousness. It's not something that's spoke about. It's not something that we're taught about, but we are the co-creator of our reality. And when you clean out those limiting belief systems in your mind, you can literally do anything. And like all the people that are speaking at the summit are entrepreneurs. They are business creators. They are insanely successful, and they don't have those limiting belief systems. Maybe people have them in their love life or financial or whatever it is, but most people that are successful understand that mindset and that concept. So I think it's very important to talk about that in itself, because most people are like, well, you have this big company. Like I could never do that. Limiting belief system. Like I have my yoga mat company. I literally saw it in my head. I had no idea how I was going to create it. They had images on them with affirmations. I had no idea how this was going to work. How am I going to do this? Did that stop me? I probably just can't do it. No, I literally just figured it out of thin air. And then here that they are, they're physical things you could actually buy. So it's literally that simple. And it's the same thing for the reality that we're living in now. If you continue to subscribe to all the bullshit out there, then that's going to be your reality. Like Joe Biden, all these things, that's not even in my reality. People are like, well, you don't have, this kind of job. I created that for myself. that I don't have to subscribe to these things. You can do that too. So something along those lines, of empowering people and empowering the thought process that you can literally change anything in your world. We have to get out of the mindset that we're stuck under the rule of their thumb. We're not. We can break free, which is what your summit is about.
Yeah, I love that. And it's, civil disobedience, which is, it's so crazy. It's so crazy, Crystal, that I feel like we have to defend ourselves from our own government, right? Like Dave and I are talking, we're in New York, you're supposed as well. We don't know what's going to be happening with flights. Like, can you ever remember a time in our life where you don't know if you're going to be allowed to get on a plane or if you're going to be allowed, I say this in quotes, right, to cross state borders? Right. Like, we don't know what is the next thing coming down at us? I feel like we're caught in a game of Donkey Kong, running up the mountain and they're just throwing some shit down the mountain at us. But we're prepared to drive from New York to Texas if we have to get there.
Exactly. I'll come with you.
We can't get on a plane if it's grounded, if airlines aren't flying, if their staff all quit because of the mandates or whatever it is. We're driving. Like, that's it. We'll be there. Like, there's no not getting.
Where is Freedom Airline? Where is it?
I know. My friend and I have been talking about creating a concierge business, something along those lines. And we have to get through
Let's go.
We have to get to, but yeah, he's going to be speaking at the event too, Mike Fallett. So we'll connect.
Awesome.
And I don't want to say the name out here right now, but it's cool. But yeah, it's in there because we're going to do it, right? So that is what this event is about. It's not, and I say a lot of things in quotes because rallies definitely have a place and they serve a purpose, right? There's just something to be said about surrounding yourself by people. And really, it's crazy how you can be made to feel that you're crazy. And so when you're surrounded by all these other people and you're like, well, these are normal people. These are teachers and doctors and my neighbor and my kid's babysitter, and they're all here and I know them, right? So you're not all crazy conspiracy theorists and all that. And that's, I think, the power of rallies. But what do you do after that, right? Like, what happens to all these people who are afraid to leave their jobs because lining up for a medical procedure that they don't want so they can keep their job or so go to daycare? Like, where do they land? So that's what we're doing too. We're connecting, yes, you can do it. Get rid of these limiting beliefs. Here's the strength. Like, here's what you need, like the mindset to do it. And then here's these people that are going to teach you how to build that. So it's like the 1-2. And just by buying a ticket, you're supporting all these amazing organizations. And just by you being here and speaking at this event, Crystal, and hopping on this Instagram to spread the words, when I say we couldn't do the Great American Summit without great Americans, it's not a line. I mean, it's true, right? I'm so grateful to you because unless we have people like you stepping forward to say yes and be a part of this, and you don't know us, but you're like, hell yes, America, yeah. So thank you for that. What do you think? What are your words for people who are like on the fence about coming, or why should they come? Or maybe some of your people, will they catch a glimpse of you if they show up? Will they get to say hello to you?
Okay, so that's a 2-part question. So the first part of your question is, why should people come? If there's anything that I can say about these events, what'd you say?
Someone said, where is it? And I said, it's in Irving, Texas. Go ahead.
Okay. These, I've done several. I've traveled to several different places this year, and I cannot tell you the feeling that you get being with a community of people that are like-minded. So just as you were saying, people are saying that you're crazy and this and that, and people are so isolated. I've had so many people that said, like, I came here by myself. When I was in Kansas City, one woman flew from Santa Monica, and I just moved from LA, and I was telling her my story, and she was telling me hers. She said she doesn't have any friends anymore. Like, on her birthday, none of her friends called her to wish her happy birthday because she didn't get vaccinated, and she doesn't subscribe to any of that stuff. And there's so many people with similar stories. So we've all been migrating to these amazing events, and they're all different, all different walks of life and very inclusive. It's not like, and again, a bunch of the things that I've done are not right or left. It's just like, bring everybody together, come and be a part of this movement for love and solidarity and unity. And it's just very powerful. So if there's anything that I can say about these events, is that you will leave feeling a feeling of love, inclusivity. You're going to be empowered, and you're going to walk through life differently because of these events. And I don't know if that sounds cheesy or not, but I really, truly mean that. Like, I've never felt like this in my life before I've done these events. I've been in entertainment my whole life. I've been in front of crowds of people, but there's never been anything like any of these things. So if you can be there with all of us, it's an amazing time. So that's the first part of the question. The second part of the question, will people get to like meet and hang out with me? Like, after the first event that I did, I was exhausted for like 7 days straight because I was just talking to so many people, and people want to tell you their story and all these things. So you're really touched by all these things, and you go there to be with people that are like, I've been following you for so long. And I call people that follow my account resonators. They resonate with what I say. I don't like the term followers because I think it's derogatory, and it is. But so people that resonate with my message, like, we get to chat and hang out. They're like, oh yeah, do you remember, like, I sent you this DM or whatever. And it's just like so insane to be able to meet with people in person. It's like, it's so cool. So it's like, why would you not want to be at any of these events? We've had people fly from all over the country. There was these girls that drove 27 straight hours to get to the event in Kansas City.
Wow.
So this is, people are, there was these two girls that one was from California, one lived in New York, never met before. They met on one of my lives, started talking. Then they met at the event in Kansas City, and now they're like really, really good friends. So you just never know. You just never know who you're going to meet at these events and stuff. And it's like the most beautiful experience. So I'm so excited for you to do this, because you're going to feel the same thing when you go to your event when you're there.
I love that. I got an email from a girl. Her name is Shaylee, I think. And she's like, I don't really have any friends anymore for the same thing. And she said, do you know if there's anybody else coming to this event alone? She was like unsure about coming by herself. And I emailed back and forth with her a couple of times, and she's going to come. And I'm so excited. And, even just so proud of someone that they would take that leap to come out to that event, by themselves, because people are ready. They're ready.
Yeah.
And it's a way to start the new year and to give back and be a part of something super special. Ryan Weaver, our mutual friend, is going to be doing a concert. We're going to put on stage to show him how to dance during that. If you'll
love it.
up there with them.
It's great.
I really could not appreciate all of you guys anymore. I am so excited to get to hang out with you in person. I feel like I've known you for very, but I just, part of my gift, my reward already for doing this is that I get to have people like you come into my life. So I'm really super grateful for that. And everybody watching, greatamericansummit.com. If you go to Crystal's page, I think she's got that link up so we can track. It would be cool if we could track people who come, specifically because they. So, but either way, you can definitely come, greatamericansummit.com. And if you have questions, you can.
I'm going to put it in my stories too.
Okay, perfect. DM me and I'll relay them to you. If people are having a hard time getting through to you, I'll relay whatever it works. Like whatever. It's
okay. I just want you to sell tickets. I don't care about anything else. I mean,
but it is good for us to know too, because we. Yeah, for sure. So, but yes, greatamericansummit.com. All the information is there. It's in Irving, Texas, 9 miles from the Dallas airport. Super easy to go to Texas. We picked it for a reason. Right. We're in New York. It's like not the closest venue to us, but if something's worth doing, you need to there. So greatamericansummit.com. Strengthen yourself, your family, your community, your country. Let's stop waiting for elections that could go any way. Stop sitting back and waiting for an official or somebody else to come rescue us. We have to be able to withstand whatever storm comes, and we can't do that if we're dependent on other people. So let's create that community together with all these amazing people.
Yeah. January 7th and 8th, guys, it is. January 7th and 8th. It'll be here before you know it.
Yeah. So, tickets make a great Christmas present. If we have enough tickets sold in advance of Christmas, we'll be able to gift out extra tickets to veterans, law enforcement, military, and first responders. And so if we fill enough of the seats before Christmas, we'll be able to send out a lot of those as gifts. So that's another reason on tickets right away, because we'd really like to gift out a bunch of tickets to those who serve in the Dallas area. But we need to know who's in the house first. So yeah, the sooner you get it's the sooner you'll be able to be a part of that as well. Crystal, thank you so very much.
Listen, we should hop on another live in like 2 weeks, then again in another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And just keep, I want you to sell as many tickets as possible. So
Yes.
I'd be honored to do it for you.
All right. Awesome. You rock, man. Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful night. Love you. I'll talk to you soon.
You too. Okay.
Hi, guys. So just to wrap that up, that was a little bit of who we will have. We'll have Krystaltini with us at the American Summit, Great American Summit in January 7th and 8th in Irving, Texas. You got the URL down below that I have running across the ticker. You'll have the Be the Change team. You have everybody from American Snippets. You got Barb Allen. You got Dave Brown. You have other people like Ian Smith. Ian went. You got oh man, there's so many big names. It's crazy to go through them all. Krystaltini, as I just mentioned. Make sure you get your tickets. We're going to keep showing these different people that will be there, just in case you have never been in, you've never seen them before, just so you can get a glimpse of what's going on with the event going on in January. But this is what we wanted to share tonight. Have a great night. We'll talk to you guys later. Remember, Truth Will Set You Free is set for tomorrow, and we will have the full crew. We'll talk to you guys later.